We begin tonight with major developments on California's high-speed rail project. Governor Gavin Newsom announcing today that construction on the actual rail line into Kern County will begin in coming months. 17's Jenny Ha was with the governor this afternoon and joins us live from Shafter tonight, where some of those first tracks will be laid down. Jenny, good evening.
Jim, good evening. This project is all too familiar for us here in the Central Valley, especially Bakersfield, as plans for the train have it running right through our city. Now, Newsom says we are finally in that construction-ready phase. Tracks for the railroad will finally be laid down. And that starts right here in Shafter, where I am. Now, basically, a railhead will be built here. That's a temporary track that allows materials to be received and transported, allowing for that permanent track to be built. And right here next to me, this piece of track will be part of that entire process. Now, all of this is set to begin spring of this year. Experts say up until this point, workers have been building the groundwork for these tracks to be built. So that means construction of overpasses, underpasses, viaducts, grade separations, the civil structure on which the electrified high-speed rail tracks will be built. Take a listen to what the governor had to say.
I deeply am mindful that people out here feel left behind. I'm deeply mindful that this project, in many ways, has galvanized some of that negativity as well. It wasn't that long ago that you had leaders in the state of California talking about this project, said, why the hell are we doing it in the Central Valley? There's just tumbleweeds, they said, out in the Central Valley. Well, tell that to the folks in Merced and Fresno and Bakersfield. Tell that to the folks that are out here every single day living their lives out loud in the manufacturing, the warehousing, the logistics, and the extraordinary investments that are being made in advanced manufacturing, the extraordinary investments in biotherapeutics, bioinnovation. And it is an extraordinary story that hasn't yet fully been told.
This project was approved by voters in 2008, but opposition is nothing new, with it taking longer and nearly $100 billion more than anticipated. High-speed rail has been labeled a boondoggle and train to nowhere by many Republican lawmakers. Just this morning, GOP Congressman Kevin Kiley of Rockland introduced legislation to cut federal funding of the project. It's funded by state taxpayers and some federal funding. The Biden-Harris administration gave over $6 billion. But there's uncertainty on what would happen under a Trump-Vance administration as they look to cut wasteful spending. Newsom addressed this, calling it negativity and political sports, saying he has confidence to keep this project going. The first operational part of the project is right through the Central Valley, a 171-mile route from Merced through Fresno and Hanford to a station at F and Golden State in central Bakersfield near the current Get Bus headquarters. Ultimately, high-speed rail is to connect Los Angeles to San Francisco. That's about 500 miles. Newsom also says they're now planning to connect Los Angeles to Las Vegas via high-speed rail as well. That partnership has been confirmed, but specifics like cost and timing are very much still in the works. Now, these experts tell me passenger service is anticipated between 2032 and 2033. I'll have much more coming up tonight on 17 News at 11. Live in Shafter, Jenny Ha, 17 News.